Your hot spring usage fees are way too high. Either give us a 90% discount or we're terminating the contract. Your choice.
Understood.
The hot spring isn't running?
I look forward to working with you.
My name is Keiji Sato. I run a hot spring supply company. This is Nagisa Nishijo, the innkeeper of the Tokimeki Inn, which is about to have its grand opening. The feeling is mutual. I look forward to it.
This town is a well-known hot spring district. There's a lot of competition, and how we do in the first year will determine whether we survive long-term. I have to give it everything I've got.
I'm sorry to do this, but there's something I need to talk to you about urgently. Could you come by the Tsukitsuki Inn today?
Not again. Tsukitsuki Inn's been making all kinds of unreasonable demands lately. I have a bad feeling about this. Of course. I'll head over after this.
I'll get straight to the point. Your hot spring usage fees are way too high. Either give us a 90% discount or we're terminating the contract. Your choice.
But Sakura...
It's fine, Kuroiwa.
Understood. In that case, we'll go with termination.
What? You're actually okay with terminating?
You've been making a lot of unreasonable requests lately. And I've actually just finalized a contract with another client. If anything, are you sure the Tsukitsuki Inn will be alright?
I thought you'd agree to at least some discount, even if not 90%. Oh, we'll be fine. Waku Waku Company has agreed to supply us. And they're offering us a really good rate.
Is that right? Well, sounds like you'll be in good hands then. And just like that, our long-standing contract with the Tsukitsuki Inn came to an end. The next day.
The hot spring isn't running? Oh, what is going on? Yes, I signed the termination paperwork yesterday. But I had no idea the supply would be cut off this soon. Why has the hot spring been shut off?
What are you talking about? It was clearly stated, both in the original contract and in yesterday's termination paperwork. Once the contract is terminated, hot spring usage stops immediately at the end of that month. Our conversation yesterday was on February 28th, and today is March 1st. Since you terminated yesterday, we could only supply through the end of February. Nothing about this is unusual, and you initialized the confirmation when you signed the contract, didn't you?
Well, yes, but I figured there'd be some kind of wind-down process, so I assumed we'd be covered through the end of March.
I'm sorry, but I assumed it would be fine, or I thought you'd keep going. Isn't something we can work with on our end.
Well, what are we going to do? We can't operate like this.
Keiichi, is there any way you could supply us for another 2 or 3 months?
That's going to be a hard no.
Why?
I've decided to focus my attention on my new client, the Tokimeki Inn. And besides, if we were to supply you, it would have to be a short-term contract, which means none of the discounted rates from our old long-term deal.
Fine, forget it then.
She really is completely self-centered. No, forget it. Put her out of your mind and focus on the work with Nagisa and her team.
I understand your predicament, but there's no way I can get supply running within this month. Getting a hot spring up and running takes a lot more preparation than people realize. Laying the pipes, then temperature regulation since you can't just use it as is, setting up hot water storage, drainage, environmental controls. I could go on, but the bottom line is, it takes at least 3 months.
I get that, but is there any way to speed it up?
If we push it, maybe 2 months?
The hot spring supply has been cut off. I can't wait 2 months. You're the one who said you could start supplying right away.
Sakura has always been like this, acting first, thinking never. Okay, yeah, I was the one who carelessly said we could supply right away. But you'd think she'd understand that preparation is involved.
You've got a promotion on the line with our contract, don't you?
If this falls through, my promotion might go with it. That absolutely cannot happen. I know a company we work with that can set up an artificial hot spring. We use the artificial spring to bridge the gap for 2 to 3 months. I'll reach out to them on my end. You focus on getting guests in the door.
Okay.
Meanwhile, on our end,
We're getting so many reservations. Thank you so much.
we're in Hot Spring Town with a lot of competition, so we can't celebrate just yet.
Right, of course.
Oh, sorry, I didn't mean it like that. I wasn't trying to scare you. I just genuinely think your inn is something special.
Really?
I grew up really poor, and one of the things I looked forward to most as a kid was going to the public bath. Going as a family was such a treat. It's one of my most treasured memories. Your Tokimeki Inn gives me that same warmth. That's why I really want to see it succeed.
Thank you so much. Actually, I had a pretty similar childhood. I went on vacation just once and it was so magical. That's why I want this inn to be a place where people can make those same kinds of memories. I have no intention of giving up here. Things are going to get tough, but I'm counting on you.
Absolutely. Let's do this together. A few weeks later.
The hot spring was out for a few days, and getting the artificial one set up took a while too.
Yeah, and March and April are prime booking season with graduation and entrance ceremonies. This is the worst time for this.
And it's not just that. Graduation trips and company orientation retreats usually fill up the calendar too. But apparently bookings are less than half of what they were last year.
With the artificial spring, reservations have been dropping. I wonder if things are going to be okay.
Oh, this is bad.
Innkeeper Sakura, could I have a word? The artificial spring installation went fine, but I don't think we can make it through March and April, our most important months, running on an artificial spring.
Oh, I'm sure it'll be fine. If everyone puts their best into the hospitality, we can turn things around. Besides, we can't afford to let revenue drop any further.
In a hot spring town like this, almost no inn uses an artificial spring.
I'll push to get that real supply restored as fast as possible.
Understood.
Is there any way to speed up the hot spring supply? At this rate, bookings are going to dry up. And by the time the supply is restored, it might be too late.
I'll push the construction crew as hard as I can, so just hold on a little longer on your end.
Around the same time on our end?
Reservations have started to level off.
Yeah, we need to find some way to differentiate ourselves. Oh, wait.
What is it?
I've actually been developing a bath salt that mimics the properties of our hot spring. And it's almost ready. How about we give it out to guests who stay at the Tokimeki Inn? We do a limited time giveaway first, then move to selling it. That way we build a base of repeat customers.
Really? But are you sure?
Absolutely. It doubles as promotion for the bath salts. And if guests can enjoy it at home and find themselves wanting to come back and stay here, that's a win for you, a win for me, and a win for the guests.
You're right. And what if we also sold them in advance as a souvenir here at the inn?
That would actually be a big help for me too.
Hey, can I get in on this?
Mitarai.
Are you sure?
He's the one who supplies the goods for our souvenir corner.
I've got my own shop right near this inn. Any chance you'd let me stock those bath salts there too? I'll put them right at the front where everyone can see them.
I appreciate it, but I can't guarantee they'll sell, you know?
Trust me, locking in a contract now is absolutely the right move. My gut is telling me so.
Alright then. Let's talk details.
Thank you.
A few weeks later.
Man, barely any guests. Are you guys gonna be alright?
Cancellations keep coming in. It's not that the artificial spring is bad, but it's just really tough to compete in a town full of real hot springs. On top of that, the Tokimeki Inn has been giving out and selling those bath salts. Apparently it's drawing a ton of attention from guests.
I told you I'd rush the construction. You were supposed to be working on getting guests in.
We have been trying. Hey, is there any way you could get the hot spring supply running by the end of March, April at the latest?
I talked to my boss, and it looks like we can have it ready by late April.
What about mid-April?
Give me a break. I already pushed really hard to get this far. My boss told me this has to succeed no matter what. I've already cashed in a lot of favors for this. If we go through all of that, and then the inn still can't get bookings, it's not just my promotion on the line, it's my entire reputation.
Okay, fine.
Time passed, and April 20th arrived.
Construction's finally done. We can start supplying tomorrow.
Really? Now the real fight begins. We have to win back the guests who went over to the Tokimeki Inn. But they seem to be pretty booked up over there. I wonder if we can pull it off.
I did some digging, and the Tokimeki Inn is seriously popular, isn't it?
Yes, that's exactly what I've been worried about.
But they just opened. Do you really think they can handle that volume of reservations?
That's a fair point.
They're going to hit their limit fast. And guess who can't get a room? We'll go looking elsewhere. That's when we make a big splash with our relaunch hot spring. It's the perfect setup, right?
Sorry to interrupt. Here.
What? Hold on. The hot spring is coming back online tomorrow, so why are you doing this now?
I'm still relatively new here as the assistant innkeeper, and I know I have a lot to learn. But before coming here, I worked at many different inns and learned a great deal along the way. Sakura, are you actually seeing the guests in front of you?
What?
It seems like all you think about is revenue, and you've lost sight of what it means to see a guest smile. Whether or not the hot spring comes back isn't the real issue. It looks like your approach isn't going to change. I don't see a future for this inn. I quit.
Same goes for me.
Thank you for everything.
Don't come crawling back to me when you regret this.
A few days later. Finished the inspection. Looks like you've got your hands full.
We've been absolutely flooded with reservations, which is wonderful. And we still have rooms available, but
But
I didn't plan for this many bookings just a month and a half after opening. That's on me. The staff are all doing great, but we don't have enough people in leadership roles to direct them.
I see.
We have the rooms, so I want to accept as many reservations as possible. But if we start making mistakes or guests aren't satisfied, then none of it matters. So I'm not quite sure what to do.
Excuse me, might I be of help? I'm Kuroiwa. I have an interview scheduled here next month. The others behind me are also interviewing next month.
You're the one who was the assistant innkeeper at the Tsukitsuki Inn, right? I've been really looking forward to your interview.
I happened to overhear a bit of your conversation. I'm actually here today as a guest, just on a personal visit, but if you're open to it, could we move the interview up, and if you think I'm a good fit, bring me on right away?
Nagisa.
Thank you so much. What a wonderful offer. Could we go ahead and move up the interview and have a proper conversation?
Yes, absolutely.
Kuroiwa and her team were every bit as capable as they seemed, and were brought on immediately. A few days later.
Fukuyama, please go greet Mr. Yamada when he arrives. Is the Yuri room finished being cleaned? If it is, it's a little early, but go ahead and show the guest in.
Kuroiwa, I really can't thank you enough. Thanks to you, we've been able to accept every single reservation.
Oh, please, no need to thank me. If anything, I'm the one who should be saying thank you.
Ever since Kuroiwa left, I just can't keep things running smoothly. Reservations are dropping too. This can't go on. I heard she landed a job at the Tokimeki Inn. I need to ask her to come back.
After everything the company did to make this work, if things stay like this is bad. Wait, I've got it. I'll pitch the Tokimeki Inn. They're all the rage right now on switching to a contract with us. A good enough price, and they'll say yes.
What? What are you doing here?
I could say the same to you.
Wait, Sakura?
Keiichi? None of this would have happened if you hadn't terminated that contract.
What is going on here? Please, can we not do this right in front of the inn? Come inside.
Kuroiwa, please come back. Ever since you left, staff have been quitting. And our reviews have been tanking because of the drop in service quality.
I'm truly sorry, but I found real joy working here. And I want to be part of building this place up. I won't be coming back.
Alright, then let me have my turn. We'd love to supply your hot spring. Can you hear me out?
You're seriously pitching a switch right here and now?
You're the president, right? As a fellow professional, you understand. This is just business.
Maybe so, but don't you think it's a little rude? Either way, it's Nagisa's call.
I promise you a lower rate than anyone else. That means higher profits for the inn.
No, thank you.
Why not?
When I decided to open this inn, I had very strong opinions about every detail. The staff, the food, and especially the hot spring. But your company is focused on turnover when it comes to hot spring supply. That doesn't align with my values. And listening to the two of you just now, it's all about revenue. We're offering a cheaper rate. You just don't get it.
You can't survive on ideals alone. And your side was selling bath salts to promote your hot spring too.
That's completely different. Growing up, hot springs meant something really special to me. When we couldn't make it to one, we'd put bath salts in the tub at home and enjoy it as a family. That's the feeling I wanted to bring to people with those bath salts. It was never just about the money.
Keiji treats the hot spring with real care, and his management is thorough. That's exactly what puts a smile on our guests' faces. So please, see yourselves out.
After that, the Suki Inn's revenue continued to fall, and eventually, a new innkeeper was brought in. The inn managed to turn itself around, but
I quit when I found out I was being replaced as innkeeper, but what am I supposed to do with my life now?
I lost my company's trust, and my girlfriend broke up with me? I can't even face going into work. I never should have taken that contract with Sakura's place.
as for me,
Would you maybe want to go on a hot spring trip together sometime? For a research purpose?
oh, yeah, sure, if you'd have me.
Yes. And you promised, so no backing out.